But the point that I'm making, Dawn, is about hypocrisy, media hypocrisy, because at the end of the day, we are a democracy. I didn't see any acts of violence. It was a rabble, it was a mob, but as far as I can see, they were heckling Keir Starmer with a whole load of terms.
They were, and there was only one mention of Jimmy Savile, and would this mob have done this without Boris Johnson saying what he said about the whole Savile case in the House of Commons? They possibly would. We will never know that. Did Boris Johnson's comments help? No, they didn't. But, I mean, this is where we are with our politicians now, on both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, ironically, it was David Lammy, who was also part of that, who compared Tory MPs to Nazis and said the Brexit was like the coming of Hitler again.
In fact, he said that language wasn't strong enough to
Yeah,
describe
exactly.
But I would be the first person to say calling every Tory scum is unacceptable. Calling anybody a Nazi, unless they were a literal member of the Nazi Party, is stupid and historically inaccurate. And standing up at the box and saying something that is not true. And The Telegraph did a fantastic breakdown of what Boris said and what the actual facts are. I would encourage everybody to go and read it, because it lays out that this is a slightly blurry area, but that was a fairly inflammatory and I would say relatively misleading thing to say. He did not get a piece of paper saying Jimmy Savile might have been a paedophile and go, nah, he wasn't, a turn it over. And
No,
that's what Boris made it sound
he
like.
didn't, Rebecca, but Calvin, look at those clips I played of Keir Starmer in the Houses of Parliament claiming credit for every good thing that the CPS did when he was in charge, and he wasn't receiving the piece of paper in those cases for doing it personally.
He was the director of public prosecutions. He was the head of the CPS at the time, under the case where Jimmy Savile got let off.
But the reason that happened is because, but if you read it, it's because everybody who went to the police, which I believe was Sussex, said, I am not willing to go on the record.
Regardless of whether
I am not willing
it's
to
the case or
talk to the
not,
police. So
what Boris Johnson said wasn't an actual lie, and therefore he wasn't inciting anything.
It wasn't a direct lie, but it was very unhelpful. And I think it is contributing to this culture where we are constantly trying to catch each other out on technicalities rather than actually have a discussion.
I think it was pathetic and childish and wrong to invoke the name of Jimmy Savile
and
when there are 500 plus victims who...